All right, so we are live. Welcome to our 2023 Soul Acceleration workshop, and we're so excited that you're here. I'm Kathy Marie Howell, and I'm from Lexington, Kentucky, and this is my beautiful partner.
Hello, Ember Tyler here from Atlanta, Georgia, and we're coming to you live from Atlanta, Georgia. We also have a beautiful guest that is one of our founding members of our Mystic Moon Circle. Pop in and say hello. We have Kathleen Rose Kelly joining us here. She's hanging out and doing this ceremony with us in live and in person.
So one last time, just wanted to offer you guys, I would love the participation. Please put it in the chat. We'll come back around to anything that, if there's a question, if you have a question, feel free to write question largely so that we can see that it is a question. But otherwise, the participation is wonderful. Put it in the chat and just have this beautiful community. We're creating this container so that we can see this beautiful community to express ourselves in a way of love and support.
So as we're about to settle in, if you want to participate with a candle, like seriously, you guys can just sit and enjoy and not have to worry and absorb whatever you want. But if you want to participate with a candle, now is a really good time to grab that. A pen and paper. We're going to do a burn ceremony if you've got something you can burn in, but I'll have alternatives. You're not even honed in on that if you don't want to be. But while we're kind of stalling for everybody to get settled, write in the chat, if you feel like it, where you're from and how you're feeling right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. How are you feeling?
I'm very excited for the new year and new possibilities.
So got some excitement going on. I do too. I have that good excitement. Like you can't call it anxiety, but even though it is excitement of the future, but that really good feeling of so many changes have started just recently. I don't know. It's just fun to think we're going to go through this and see what these possibilities really look like. I'm excited.
Yeah. And so my word is, definitely go with that excitement. We did take a minute to breathe before we jumped on. So that was really important. It's always coming back to our breath. And so you'll hear that. You'll hear us talk about that a lot. So we've got some comments in the chats.
Joe's feeling some healing going on. Lamar is feeling emotional. Oh, yeah, I can understand that one for sure. Yes, coming from Gulfport. Yes, beautiful.
Love it. So yeah, feel free to add your comments in the chat. We love that. We like it to be interactive and yet trying to hold the space just for the ritual so that you guys can see this, participate. We are going to be using oracle cards. So if you have, once again, going back to the supplies, if you have them and you want to work with your own, you're welcome to. But what we're doing with the Soul Acceleration is creating a calendar for 2023. So a calendar, which is also used as a roadmap so that we'll have that direction. So feel free to, like I said, grab your own stuff if you want to, but otherwise we're going to get started. Is everybody ready? We're ready to get started? Yes. Okay. All right. So as with everything, we start with our breath and we're just going to do 3 breaths to start this off and just to be centered, to be present, to release anything that we might have had going on in the morning. And this is going to just center us. So we're going to do 1 breath for ourselves to be clear and center, 1 breath for the community, those that are in our thoughts and in our hearts, and then 1 breath for a special intention that we hold today, right in this moment. So let's go ahead and drop our head into our hearts and let's just be here present. So take a deep breath. And just feel everything just release. So let's take a breath for those that are in our thoughts and in our hearts. And then if you have a special intention that you want to breathe in, let's go ahead and do that now. Okay.
That's always needed to, yeah.
Just to be present, just to,
Yes, there's always so much hustle and bustle to even get here. And thank you for getting here because we know life can be hectic. So that breath helps really anchor in.
yes. All right. So candle time, we are going to do a ritual that we do inside of the Luna's Vault Academy. And what that does is it literally is lighting our candle to call in the collective and to show that we, it's more than just us, you know, we are the community of the whole, but we do this intentionally. So if you want to repeat after me, I will start the ceremony. So let this flame represent
Let this flame represent
the wild spirit
wild spirit
that burns within each of us
that burns within each of us
as we awaken our own wild spirit.
as we awaken our own wild spirit.
May we awaken the collective.
May we awaken the collective.
Cheers. Put that someplace safe. And know that you're being held here. So,
Okay. So you get a little meditation to get
Yeah.
us rolling, huh?
yeah, if you want to put in the comments how you're feeling now, maybe after we've had that moment to take a breath, we are going to do a grounding meditation. So if you want to take a moment and just pop in the chat once again, how you're feeling, anything that you'd like to share, anything that you'd like to put in our collective bucket so that we can hold it and support you. So if you want to do that, and then we'll get started here. Feeling more grounded. Love it. Okay. All right. And supported. Thank you. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and close our eyes once again. That's our indicator to drop our head into our heart space. And we're going to take 7 breaths coming into 2023. That is the number of the year. And so to take those 7 breaths just to center, and each one we're going to take a breath in through our nose and we're going to blow out through our mouth, but we're going to hold it at the top for maybe the count of 4. So this is going to get us really centered. So, and we're going to do it. I'll come in like on the 6th breath and say the last one so that we actually can release our breath together there. And then we'll get into the grounding meditation. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath and take those 7. Two more. Let's take our last breath here. Make it deep, make it count. Okay. So I invite you to visualize yourself standing in the middle of Mother Earth, whatever that looks like to you. If it's a field, if you're in flowers, but that you feel one with nature. And as you are standing on Mother Earth, I want you to visualize your feet growing roots. Growing roots so that you are so supported, grounded, without any effort whatsoever on your part, that you and Mother Earth are one. You can do that with your breath. With each breath that you take, you feel that expansion of your roots just expanding. They can go deep, they can go wide, whatever that feels supportive to you. Just see yourself being one. And as you're breathing, feel and see that energy, that beautiful, supportive Mother Earth energy flowing back into your body, coming up from those roots and flowing through your body. See your legs turning into strong, supportive tree trunk. That you and Mother Earth are standing strong, feeling supported. And with each breath that you take, you're getting stronger, firmer, thicker, so supported. And see yourself, your torso and your arms. You can move them if you feel, but feel your arms becoming the branches, feeling that magical, beautiful, mothering energy all within your body. Seeing yourself sprouting those leaves, those little buds of new, renewable life force energy. You have it all within you. Feel how good and supportive you feel. Like, see what's around you. What is it that, do you have a squirrel that's like hanging out, bringing you nuts, filling you with that collective energy of nurtured, fed, supported? Maybe see the clouds, whatever it is that you're feeling like that is in your world. And then as we breathe, I want you to allow that cosmic energy to come down and wash over you. You can see your crown opening up, the top part of your tree, that all of that, and just allow that cosmic energy to shower you with love, all the magical, all the things that we see, that beautiful expansiveness in the sky is one with you now. And breathe that in, breathe those energies in and out, and just play with that for a moment. Let it course through every cell of your body. You can see yourself turning colors, or notice the texture of your bark. Notice even the veins in the leaves and just those little intricacies that make you, you. And yet you're still part of the collective. It's this energy that we're bringing forth for today. And it's also the energy that you will always be able to tap into. And taking this into 2023, you'll feel so supported, and yet you'll feel that expansion with the cosmos. So just remember your feeling that you have right now in this moment. Maybe that excitement, that excitement, the thrill of really being grounded and being supported, and then this beautiful, loving community that we've created, that all of that is yours. And just take a moment and anchor that feeling in. And know that you can come back to this feeling at any moment in time. And collectively, we're going to come back to this moment right here in your room, in your space, and allow yourself to be present to this ritual, to this workshop, to what we have to offer. So if you want to take a minute and write down anything that came up for you, you can share in the chat. And just take a minute for yourself. Something that I experienced that I find that it's always different every time, but for me it was not weepy at all, but feeling that moisture in my eye, feeling so supportive. Yeah, the dew. Yeah, feeling so supported, feeling that and I feel very supportive anyway, but having that meditation and feeling the collective, I think really, yeah, gets me all moist.
My tree was in the sequoias, and there were leaves being released, you know, the autumn of the year, and the leaves being released kind of represents to me now the lessons learned, not only this year, the lessons learned, but what I want to release for this year too.
I think, yeah, the tree is such a beautiful metaphor for that.
Yeah.
Nature. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, that's,
Okay.
you didn't. You're with the flow.
With the flow. So yeah, if you guys have anything you want to share in the comments, that's great. If not, that's okay too. Kathleen, did you have anything you'd like to share?
Yeah, I just really felt like that kind of in the background of having had some frustrations about my health this past year, and just that imagery of like being deeply rooted and the trunks being strong. It's like I'm just like choosing to kind of leave that behind and just like be strong.
Ooh,
Yeah.
It's like just manifest that. It's like there are no issues, you know, like
Yeah, it's a healthy trunk, healthy
Yeah.
bark,
Yeah.
healthy roots.
exactly. Well, and with all the imagery with the just the squirrels and birds, and like we're in community
Yeah.
supporting each other, and that was kind of beautiful. Take with.
I had a deer walk by and scratch his antlers on the tree, and it was this moment of like, oh, that's exactly where it is. Thanks.
that's
Thank you. That was nice.
I love it. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're actually going to acknowledge our 2022, and so Kathleen mentioned a little bit about that, her past year, but we're going to talk just a little bit about that. So Teresa says, detaching from the unnatural and listening
Oh, to the
to the
quiet.
quiet. Nice.
Oh, that's such a beautiful sound.
It is, isn't it?
Yes, it really is.
All right. So I'm going to put my glasses on because I feel better with maybe I can, I don't know. I'm in that weird position. Okay. So I'll use them a little bit, but offering gratitude for the achievements and accomplishments of the lessons that we learn. Lamar said what she said.
She had a doe
She had
as
a
well.
doe too.
Or
Oh,
well,
I
not
love
as
it.
well.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had the deer. Okay.
I had the buck.
So for the accomplishments and the lessons that helped us grow in 2022. So if you want to, you can put those in the comments as well. Anything that we want to celebrate. You don't have to put anything in the comments, obviously, but I would like for you to take a moment and be specific and celebrate everything. That's something that I think as a society that we don't do enough of, because when we think about goals and what we want to experience, a lot of times it might look different than what we had really expected. So a lot of times we don't celebrate the things that we've actually accomplished, but let's take a minute and to share some of those things. So if you want to write them in the comments, you can, or you can simply take them and put them in your journal. But just recognize that we all have accomplishments, and even just showing up, like being present, that's a huge accomplishment. So let's just take a minute and do that so that we can be grateful for those lessons. Can you read that, please?
Yeah, so Joe is celebrating intention. Her intention through the workshop. So our Mystic Moon Circles. Oh no, the Manifest with the Moon workshop. It was an amazing journey for her. And thank you. And thank you. Yeah. The
Yes.
Manifest with the Moon workshop really helps you take your intention and connect with the energies of these beautiful universal flows that are out there that we just, I don't know, forget. Right? We're so used to daily life, and be able to tap into that is beautiful. Thank you for sharing that, Joe.
Yeah, thank you. I think my biggest accomplishment really is showing up consistently, like being present and truly being present and being a person of my word. I've always have tried to be a person of my word, but I've always let myself have a little bit of an out, which is okay. Once again, we're not here to judge any part of what we've done, but when you say you're a person of your word, then, actions speak louder than words, right? And so showing up consistently so I got very clear in what I value and what was important to me. And that was using our roadmap, put that as my alignment, and was really incredibly feel very blessed with everything that happened in 2022. So
yeah. And Joe is saying that it absolutely helped her to show up more and be more present. So what's interesting, and that we can take just a smidgen of time right now before we go into this next segment of what we did last year in Soul Acceleration was part of our overall Mystic Moon Circle, how we manifest with the moon, the workshop, everything was connected. And for better health, Lamar, absolutely.
Yes.
That showing up is so important. And I love that a couple of things that we're going to do here, and that is we're going to have an ally, a word for this entire next year coming up that we're going to draw, or already did, that explains it. Well, last year, the word was the heart chakra. So collectively, we everything we did kind of went through of like, well, what would the heart chakra do? What would that look like? That became like our major overarching lens. And I love that. And for me, it'll mean something different for everyone. And for me, it meant being able to receive love. That was a big deal for me, and it, you know, different for everyone. But we also took the number of the year, and Kathy's going to go in detail for this number of the year too. But last year it was 6, and it was about nurturing
Relationships.
and for me, yeah, well, yeah, that was my takeaway,
Yeah.
was the nurturing. That ended up
Yeah.
being my word of the year. was
Oh,
nurture.
I love it.
It really took that to heart and everything. And it was a connection with the heart chakra, right? And then we had our Chinese zodiac, and that was the water tiger. And for me, it was about the flow and having courage and a career progress. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So Teresa, you're celebrating the growth of understanding that when you have lost something, you have worked for that or thought you're supposed to be in the future and learn to say, what was this teaching me? That is so beautiful. Such a fundamental aha moment.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
beautiful.
Yes, thank you for sharing that. Absolutely.
Okay, so we've got a few people coming in. So just a reminder to mute yourself. You're welcome to have your camera on or off, whatever feels comfortable to you. And we've come in and done our meditation and set the stage for the rest of the ceremony. So with that, what we're going to do is we are ready to release that old energy, that old yucky stuff that was that we're ready to be done with. This is part of that. So we've blessed, we've brought in the gratitude for all of those lessons. And then this point is to just, so done, done, right?
So when you grab that, when you grab that piece of paper, just jot down a couple of things. It could be, make it little, because if you have this in front of you, you can burn it at the end. But what is it we want to get rid of? Right? What is it that we learned in 2022 that we want to say goodbye to? Kiss that goodbye. So we can burn it. We can bury it. We can tear it into pieces and throw it away. We can tear it into pieces and flush it. You choose what you want to do with it. We're going to do a little burn right here. But you could do any of this later whenever it suits you, or do it right here with us. But some examples that you can release, or some examples of a toxic relationship, judgment, fears, any sort of painful pattern that you realized was going on this year that you'd like to work on, that you would like to release, any sort of pain, suffering, health issues, as we've already brought up, any expectation that you would like to
People pleasing. I love it.
Oh
Yes.
my God, that is such a big one. Yes, anything you want to release, let's write it down. and
Okay.
Say goodbye.
So a couple of things that stood out for me is those expectations. That was something that we worked in last cycle, was expectation versus reality. And so I think that's a really great one to get rid of. Negativity, fear. Anything that's specific that you're ready, addictive behaviors, just to say goodbye. You're no longer welcome. Now please have a piece of paper. Please.
Oh, yes, you may.
Thank you. I'm ready to get rid of some shit.
Let's do it. That's yours.
All right.
Yeah, so we don't have to go deep with this. It's going to be obvious, like the first couple of top of mind thoughts, future tripping, people pleasing.
Yeah.
Future tripping. Am I reading that right?
Yes. Future tripping. What was the last word? Future tripping. What? All right. Mine's fuck fear. Right. Done with that.
Yeah, that's my first one. All right. And then when you're ready, if you want to burn now, we can do this together. We're going to have a little, oh, sorry, I totally took over your space. We're going to have a little saying as we do this, and we will share this when you receive the PDF of the calendar. We will share this information where you could do this burn on your own outside or in a different location later on, or you could do it as you bury the paper, whatever timing you need, you'll have this to say. But for now,
Okay.
move the paper out of the way so we don't burn the house down.
Codependency, fear, oppression, the Shasteen family, Jason's husband, shit. What does that say?
Old
Shit.
company,
Old
old pain.
Yeah. Mine were
Hey, Joyce, by the way.
expectations, toxic people, taking on others' energy. All of that is done.
Yeah, and I have some concrete boundaries that I'm going to dig up the concrete. I need to boundaries still need to be there, but it doesn't need to be that deep.
Yeah. All right. So now, okay. So,
Poverty mindset.
ooh,
Black.
that's a
Oh,
good one.
gosh,
Yeah.
I love that one too.
She's releasing
that
the-
family. Okay.
Yeah. Done with that. We're releasing it. Yeah. Poverty mindset, lack.
Yes.
Resignation.
Resignation.
All right.
Excuses.
Excuses.
Mhm.
I love it.
Good ones. Good ones.
Mhm.
Negative thinking patterns. Oh, yes. Oh, hey. Oh, Heather, hey. Thanks for that.
Yeah, right.
Didn't recognize you in that way.
Yeah, keep them coming. And like I said,
Yes.
this is something that during the year, even if you get in that place where you want to really just do this again, the thing is by burning them, by burying them, by actually releasing them, you don't have to pick them back up. You literally can say, I'm done with this, right? And then you practice. Then you practice being done with it, because what happens is our brain wants to keep us safe. That's why we've picked up these old things anyway. That's why we picked up this stuff, because our brain is like, how can I keep you safe? And the thing is at this stage of our life and everything that we've been through, it's time for us to take back control. And what that looks like is telling your brain. So for me, it looks like anytime that I feel in a cycle or in a negativity, but I'm done with that, I just talk to my brain and I say, thank you for keeping me safe. I acknowledge it. Because once you acknowledge something, that awareness happens. And I literally I pull my eyes up to my brain, up to my head, and say, thank you for keeping me safe. Thank you for doing your job. You are amazing at this. Like, you've done this for 55 years. You're a pro, but I want to take the lead now. I have life lessons and I have a community of support, and I want to take control. And then I take a line of action, and that's where you're able to really make those transformations. So love to hear you guys' thoughts, what you guys do whenever your brain is trying to keep you stuck. But for me, that's been a blessing.
And using the elements to do that too. I know we're doing a fire at this moment. Goodbye to night, not treating myself as nice as I do other people. Oh my God, Teresa. Oh my goddess, Teresa.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Isn't that the truth? I even done that with my own dogs. I don't treat my dogs better than I do myself sometimes, but using different elements, right? Like I mentioned earlier, flush it. Tear
Right.
that paper up and flush it. There have been times where that flush, and it's that flow, like I need a rush of water. The fire's not doing it. It needs to disappear where I didn't see it. I don't even see the ashes, But think about that, of different ways that you could do this. Burying is fantastic.
So get Nicole's up here.
Nicole, because of a past lifestyle 24 years ago and past experiences, sexual thoughts, behavior still creep back in during my dreams. Even though it's been years ago, I have exactly what you were saying, Kathy. That's it. Nicole, you see it. I have to see full transparency and real.
Yes.
Yeah. It was protecting you. Those old patterns were protecting you once, and thank God they did.
Right.
But it's a new day. Yes. The transition is happening. Joyce, my mom says, I live by fire. I'm always telling her to burn old stuff. There is a satisfaction in that. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
with
speaking
that,
of,
I know, right? Let's do
Great
it.
transition. Yes, Aries. Yes,
All
yes.
right. So you've got it. All
Okay,
right.
so I've got a little saying. You guys don't have to repeat. You can if you want. Like I said, I will share this in the email where you receive the PDF. It will also be inside Luna's Vault Academy under Soul Acceleration. But the burn and release. Here we go. Are you ready? With ease and grace, I release these things that I no longer have a use for in my life. I am grateful for the lessons that these thoughts, people, and experiences were intended to teach me. Ooh, let's get on that fire. I acknowledge that these are now in the past as I release them. I am done.
I am done.
Beautiful.
Mhm.
Okay, let's really hope that the
You
smoke
smoke
alarm
too.
doesn't go off here.
Also compost.
Oh,
When
yeah.
you talk about log
Compost.
You can, yeah, that's a great idea. Now I'm only concerned of the
Smoke
smoke
detector.
detector going off here.
Okay. All right.
Okay, let's transition
Yeah. Settle back
We are
into
done.
breath. Yeah, we are
with
done.
that.
Yep.
Our fun's just started.
So yeah, settle back into your breath. Take a moment and yeah, breathe in the smoke. Okay, so this next part is actually going to bring in more of what you want to see. And so it is you can repeat after me if you want to, but what we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of paper and you can use your journal or just a piece of paper, whatever that looks like. Because what we're going to do here is we're going to take it and we're going to draw a circle. So basically we're going to create our boundaries and we're just going to make a big circle in the middle of the page. It's going to take up your whole page. So go ahead and start with your circle. And you're going to put your name in the middle of this. Okay, so it's going to look like this. I'll show you what mine looks like. So so you have yourself in the middle and you have boundaries, right? See it? Yeah. Okay. Now, because we care about ourselves, we're going to add a little love. So now I want you to take and make a heart around your name because you're going to be centered in love and you're also going to have boundaries. So this is what yours is going to look like with your name, obviously. Okay. And like I said, I'm going to paste this inside of my Divine Art Alchemy Vision Journal, but you can keep it outside, obviously, there too. So with this, I want you to, and you can actually use this to write notes on for the rest of the time if you feel like you want to do that. But I'm going to have you place one hand in the center over your name, okay? And then you're going to put the other hand over your heart and you're going to repeat after me. I am exactly where I am supposed to be at this time.
I am exactly where I'm supposed to be at this time.
Everything always has been,
Everything always has been,
is now,
is now,
and always will be okay.
and always will be okay.
I breathe and offer gratitude
I breathe and offer gratitude
for my accomplishments and the lessons of my past.
for my accomplishments and lessons of my past.
I am seen,
I am seen,
I am heard,
I am heard,
and I am supported
and I am supported
by the universe as I co-create my journey.
by the universe as I co-create my journey.
I trust the process,
I trust the process,
let go of control,
let go of control,
and breathe in my new beginning.
and breathe in my new beginning.
And with that breath, breathe it in and then bring your hands to your heart center and just give yourself some gratitude and release. All right. We've got a little movement for you as we go into the new year. We're transitioning once again into the next phase of this. And so if you want to dance with us, we have a beautiful song that really feels, represents everything that we're really about in life. This is just feeling that beautiful, expansive movement energy. So are you ready?
And we'll share the words in this song later. This song is about everything we touch turns to gold, and what we envision, the life we envision for ourselves is the perfect life we need for our soul's journey right now. And everything that we do turns to gold.
So if you're able to dance with us.
Chair dance.
Yeah, I was gonna say dance, yes.
Disco dancing, or throwing shapes in an empty space. All eyes on me, here we go now. When I'm done dancing with myself, I wanna move with you. Do you want to too? Something better, something better, something better. Tears
Great. Who feels like starting something gold?
Ooh, fun. How y'all feeling now? Please share in the comments.
Yes, please. Did you dance? Did you move? Were you able to connect with the song at all? And yes, it's
Oh my
a
God.
cheesy pop song, but with beautiful lyrics that's so perfect of releasing this year, starting fresh, and having that confidence to do so. So absolutely, I will share. And yes, how are you guys feeling? Let's get a feeling check. Love it. Hobble. Oh, that's right. You got a wounded paw. Love movement, release. Yes, have fun. Yes, even when we do deep work, yes, trauma sucks.
What
We
was the
know
song?
it, but let's do it.
Robbie Williams.
It's Robbie Williams, Gold.
Gold.
Yes. We'll definitely
Right.
share. It was
So
fun.
free.
Yes.
Yes, I love it. Yeah.
So good.
I think
Yes.
that like silliness really opens up an energy.
Oh, for
It's
sure.
you know,
Yes.
being-
Joy.
comes
Mhm.
from Dance as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know,
So
there's
good.
always space for being like really serious and doing that deep shadow work, but there has to be that balance, right? We've got to be able to release and have fun and breathe in different ways. That helps us breathe in different ways, that movement.
Yes, absolutely.
Ready for adventure. Oh, you are
am.
ready for adventure, girl. Go get it too. You're about to experience some gold. Yes, yes. All right. Thank you. I needed that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank y'all
This
for
is-
sharing.
this is a little bit what we do in the Mystic Moon Circles. You know, we just to kind of give you guys an overview, we use soul acceleration, where we're about to get into right now, the in-depth of next year, as kind of our blueprint for the entire year, meaning the cards that we draw will be part of each month's topic. And we're going to take those topics, and first we've got to figure out what our intentions are. What is it we are wanting to implement in our own lives this year? That can almost be, well, we're encouraging you narrow it down to one word. What is the one thing, one word that you want? The word of the year, your word of the year. And then we take that with these intentions that we're going to do, these intentions, these topics each month, and we're going to combine them with moon circles and show up for each other. And not only show up for each other, show up for ourselves, even more importantly, right? Show up for ourselves. So if there's something that you do, what practices do you guys do to be able to intentionally connect with your intentions? Because we definitely use the moon circles and our monthly topics and our community to do that.
Journal. Journal is easy.
Yeah.
It maybe not easy, but even if you don't like to write, using your voice text on your phone, but just anytime that you have something that you want to anchor in, I recommend either writing it down or verbalizing it in some way. You know, it's obviously good to share it with a community, but even if you just voice to yourself, that's really great, because you'll come back a couple of years from now, even 6 months, and listen, and you're like, wow, that was, you know, you can hear the energy in your voice. I recommend, you know, when you journal, is to highlight things so that they pop out, so that when you're flipping through, if you ever flip through and you see like, what was it about that? And then come back to that energy. And once again, just anchor it in, because it's those micro movements and that repetitiveness that really make a difference. So you talked a little bit about them choosing their word, you know, us having our
Yes.
own word. So, and you've talked a little bit about the ally card. So we're going to introduce that, but also what we have at play is, and this is something universal, is, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with like the number energies, but there's an energy associated to numbers that we see play out. And that's something going back to like the cosmos, the moon. These are things that have happened for years. And so many times you don't even know that they're happening, but because it's that collectiveness, they are happening. And so you talked a little bit about 2022 was a number 6 year.
Mhm.
And what that looked like was those relationships, that community. Bless you. We saw it being in the connections, and it was super fast moving. Like, did you guys feel like 22 was like gone here and gone in no time? Because I know I did for me. And so what we're going to see in 2023 is it's a number 7 year. Okay. And so what that means is that it's going to be a slower pace. So when this is something like, unless you have this information, you may not realize it because it's going to be happening and you're going to be like, I'm going to hurry. I want it. Like, I'm so used to number 6, that fast pace and things like feeling like you have to hold on to your seat, that during 2023, it might feel a little slower because it's more about the integration. It's more about a slower plan, like really tuning into that integration part of it. You're going to want to make your personal development and self-care a priority, like that be that the top of your list, whatever that looks like to you. It's going to be reflective. It's going to be a time to be self-centered. So going back to the boundaries, those type of things of putting yourself, the heart, and then those boundaries.
Yeah, let's take the stigma of being self-centered. We talked about that in the Moon Circle recently that we had, the in-person Moon Circle. There's a stigma to being self-centered. Let's turn it into a positive.
Absolutely.
It's needed. It's
Yes.
needed right now.
Yes. So that's going to look like taking care of your health, taking care of your finances. You're going to highlight your strengths, and you're actually going to work on transforming your weaknesses. So not looking at as anything as a negative, but simply a lens for what can I work on myself to feel the best. And then we're going to work on building more connections for yourself, going back to that self-care, personal development, but actually connecting to Mother Earth and the natural world. So that might look like spending more time in nature. That might be maybe
Show up once a week for a Moon Circle.
Yeah, exactly.
And connecting with that cycle and what that feels like.
I love that. Yes, you can. It can be bringing plants inside, nurturing, having something to nurture, something to look forward to. Going back to those Moon Circles, we're going to really focus on our instincts and our intuition. So once again, this is just the 7 energy. So for those people that are aware and realize that this is actually happening, then you're going to be in a better place mentally than so many people that may not know that this is happening. So with these intentions, looking at it to say, we all have this intention, we all have these instinctive qualities about ourselves. We all have this intuition, but it's really been actually, I want to say, like programmed out of us, because as we went through school, it was like we're being taught, and you have to be taught a certain way. So here what we're doing here is we're creating that roadmap, but it's like what Ember said, it looks like your lens. We're co-creating, but it's the co-creation part. The creation part is up to you. So the other things that are the 7 year is it's that collective opportunity to accept and embrace yourself. So you're going to be seeing this in the society that people are going to be more accepting and embracing themselves. And then we're going to have a better understanding of ways to evolve simply by living our life. And so, like, to me, that's where the Moon Circles are super important, where that's the place where we can grow in a very warm, loving, collective community. It's all women, so we can relate to each other, the things that we're going through, the things that we've been through, and just be there to really support our evolution and growth over this lifetime, and not just be like we're here and we're done, right? This is just a growth process. So that's a little bit about number 7 year.
It's like having built-in cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nicole, you can feel the love and peace coming through. So beautiful. I'm glad you can. I'm so glad you can. That makes my heart happy. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And then Joyce, 2022 is like ripping off a Band-Aid. I love it. It was for you, girl. You can now breathe and choose intentionally. This is your year.
Yeah,
This is your year.
yes.
And speaking
Love
of the year, so the Chinese zodiac always has like an animal of the year. And you know, animals are my thing. I love them. So I want to talk about what that looks like. Now, that's not going to start in January 1st. The Chinese zodiac is a little further down. It's going to be toward the end of January, January 22nd. But it's the year of the water rabbit. So it's still going to be, I don't know how many water rabbits there really are in the world, but like how many rabbits actually hang out in the water. However, this is about flow. This is about taking this time. We're going to continue to go with the flow. Last year was also a water year in the Chinese zodiac. But the beauty of it is this year, of all 12 of the animals, this is the luckiest animal. So we always say, one of our co-founders, her little tagline is, luck happens when preparation meets opportunity.
Yes.
So let's make sure that we're prepared. And that's kind of what we're doing now, because this is our lucky year. This is going to be about beauty and grace, self-forgiveness, and then also kindness and patience. That's also what this rabbit is going to represent for us. But we got to be alert. Just like a rabbit is skillful and very alert and aware of everything going on around them, they're quick-witted. They can move quickly on their feet. Back to being prepared, you know, like once you're prepared, it's so easy to do that. But it's also a really good year to heal any wounds that we have. That inner balance. I keep focusing on balance, and you'll know why in a minute. We're going to have this inner balance is going to be the focus of the year, allowing that to make future plans for ourselves and using that as a lens to do so, balance. So how do we find answers for our personal quest for evolution? This is the year to do that. If there are still questions out there, what is the soul's purpose? What journey are we on? If there's still a piece or two of the puzzle missing, this will be your year to find it. So reluctant to reveal minds to others. So rabbits tend to be very quiet. So that reluctance, playing with that, what does that mean? Do we wait until we know we have all the puzzle pieces before we share it out into the world? Or do we have a tendency to escape reality? But the goal is to remain faithful within our inner circle. So all of this, the year of the rabbit information, the numerology 7 for the year, is going to be part of the calendar that you'll receive. You'll have all of this information at your fingertips, along with our ally card. And the ally card is kind of like, and we do encourage you to have a word of the year, right? I know I've already mentioned that, but it's such a big deal. It's so helpful. And if you don't know what have one yet, and you don't know what it's going to be, pay attention to some of the words that we're floating around all day here, and you'll find one, guaranteed. But we consider this ally card kind of the word of the year for us here at Luna's Vault. It's going to be the lens that I'm talking your stuff now, go.
That's okay. It's the collective. It goes back to once we're setting this container, it's like we're creating like a little time capsule. And so with this, what we've done is we use once again energy cards to choose a word. So once again, it's all intuition. It's all with that collective spirit. And
using Oracle and Tarot, we like them all.
Yeah.
We incorporate all of them.
so that's what, calling the energy cards or knowledge cards or something where, because it can be anything really. Like you can use a book as guidance. It's just being able to say, when you ask a question of what is it that could support me, or what is a message that I need to know. And that's what we're doing today, is just like, what is it that's going to support our 2023? And so I went ahead and drew the card before I came to Atlanta. And it's beautiful. It is from the deck. Oh, I can't remember the name of the deck, but we have it
frequency, it's the frequency.
cards.
Mhm.
Okay, so we'll make sure that you have the name of this. I just didn't pull it up, but this is the card. And this is the frequency, and it's balance. So I am going to encourage you all to use that as your lens for growth for 2023, to look at everything that you experience through that lens of balance. What is it that your life will look like in balance as you move forward in any decision that you make? What will it look like? And I think it's kind of cool to have that triangle. For me, it was the going into like being very supportive, Lynn, being very supportive, and then once again having yourself at the top. But this is the balance here. Hey, Lynn, we are just getting ready to draw for our next year, the actual outline, our blueprint. So, and this is the ally card that we've chosen for 2023. It's balance. So once again, encouraging you guys to really use that. And I found it really interesting too, of looking at that number 7 energy, that it being was about self-care and balance. And so really being that stable there.
So we're already connecting the dots. That's
Yes.
for sure.
Yep.
Yes. So, Lynn, you arrived just in time for like the serious stuff coming up, like all the good fun stuff. I love this part. I love all of it, but this part is really fun. So Joyce, your emotional word is harmony. I do like that, harmony. Yeah, yeah. Well, you guys share if you have a word of the year already, or one that you're considering or thinking about for what you want your word of the year for 2023 to be. Is that it, Joyce? Is that going to be your word, or do you know yet? Just the one you're leaning toward.
For mine for 2022 was possibilities, and that was amazing. I loved having possibilities as my lens, especially working with the heart chakra of our collective word was using the heart chakra, and then taking the possibilities as my personal word really created just a beautiful, magical year that I felt like anything was possible. So yeah. All right. So Joyce says yes, and perfect with
It
the
is,
balance.
that's for
Yeah.
sure.
Harmony and balance.
That's
Okay.
for sure. Okay, so yes, we got a name in back here. You guys ready to move on and pull for a card for each month of 2023?
Yes.
Yes. You ready? Yes. Get some thumbs up. Yes.
All right. I'm ready.
All right. So what we're going to do is go back and forth. Kathy and I will go back and forth for each month. We're using, I'm using a tarot deck. I am using the Bohemian Animal Tarot. And Kathy will be using an Oracle deck. Yay,
I've used this a lot during this past year, and I found that it was so powerful, and really wanted it to be part of our 2023. So very cool, great. So if you're familiar with this, like she said, we're going to do different. So go ahead and explain how you, because I know that anybody that works with cards, and once again, I mentioned books, that you can get any support from whatever that looks like, but using the actual cards, we have a little different ways in how we do it. So if you want to explain how you do yours, and then when I draw, I'll explain a little bit about how I do mine.
Just have a little saying, and I have a OCD shuffle that I like. But my little saying involves, it begins with 3 knocks as well, and it is God, spirit travelers, beloveds past. I'm calling upon my ancestors, those spirits that have been with me, and the absolute. And then my OCD shuffle. Yeah, I'm not going to explain that one. It's weird, but let's do my little shuffle. And calling upon, that was a terrible shuffle. I'm trying to show it. And calling upon this protective group that I do speak with constantly, I am asking for guidance for our collective, for everyone who lays eyes on this, to also utilize this, any message that comes through for them. That it's going to look different for everyone, it's going to feel different for everyone, but collectively it's something that we share and something that unites. And to start with January, we start with, I'm just going to pull straight through now, and that's the end of my shuffle. I'm going to show you the back of the cards first. These are beautiful cards, the little Bohemian Animal Tarot. I love the little whimsical feel of these. Okay, so we start January off with the 10 of Earth. So the 10 of Earth is really all about, for us, it is all about money or material things. We talk about Earth being more material, being, it can be money, it can be prosperity, it could be just our feet on the ground, being very grounded. And the 10 is about being complete, how we complete that. So I see January is about our personal wealth and our establishment. And we'll have a lot more details in the calendar. We'll add some to that. But we've got a beautiful card. January is started.
All right. And so the way that I do the 3 knocks too. And I say, Divine Father, Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, angel, saints, and beloved, I ask for your guidance, that you show me the way, show me what I cannot see, and confirm to me what I know, for the highest good of all. And then coming in and taking that energy and shuffling, putting those intentions in there.
You're welcome, Nicole. We love doing this.
Okay. So here we're going to go into February, and I'll show you the back of my card too. Okay. So I like these. This is the shaman deck. And so 46, this is the serpent. Okay.
Do you want me to hold it while you do your thing?
Yeah, if you don't care. Yes, that would be good. Okay. And I'm going to read just a little bit because I want to get you the true essence of this card. So we're going into the serpent is the life force of Mother Earth, which makes sense that we would have that. The coiled serpent of the Kundalini brings passion, healing, and renewal. She offers us the fruit of the tree of knowledge in the Garden of Eden and reminds us to shed the past the way she sheds her tired old skin. Serpent comes to offer you the forbidden fruit that will set your passion and creativity free. So there you go for February. Love it.
It's a nice February.
Mm-hmm.
All right. January, February done. We're moving on to March. Slide this track here. All right. So March. Oh, it's an armadillo. Okay. We're back. We're sticking with Earth.
You want me to hold it? You got it.
We've got another Earth element, right? So, but it is a 5, right? Yes. The 5 of Earth now. So yes, we've got the Earth element. The 5 is kind of about being a little adversarial, maybe a little upheaval. So this could mean any sort of insecurity that we might be feeling for that month. It could also bring any sort of worry or maybe a financial hiccup. Bring it to the light. Doesn't mean it's happening to us. It doesn't mean it's it could be something collectively that goes on. It could mean something that we experience short term, but it is a thought and a focus on any sort of negativity, and maybe it's a part of an old pattern that we see that pops in. an old pattern that we need to release because of, we always carry this money, this lack, this sense of lack that we talked about earlier. You could have that involved as well. And this is the month, March is the month that will bring this up.
Love it. Okay. So we are going to go into April with the mystical shaman. Okay. And that is, let me see what number that is, 38.
Let me hold it.
Yes, thank you. We're operating just a little different this year. I love it though. Okay. Okay, so the essence of this is the symbol of the myth maker and the storyteller who is neither made of nor defined by the story. So this is going to be really cool. Instead, he observes it, evolves through it, perceives all aspects of it. In doing so, the mystical shaman represents the ability to dream a new story, a new myth into being. He dances between worlds, wearing the cloak of the world loosely around his shoulders and sings the world into being. I'm excited about this already. Okay, he reminds us to be in the world and travel through it, but not to be defined by it or become too attached to the experience. This is a symbol of true alchemy, for all elements of life have a spiritual aspect and a material one. When we remember this, all manner of miracles and manifestations are possible. So beautiful. I'm excited.
What I love about that is how it comes right after.
I know, right?
Of, having this little moment of money or material, what the fuck? And then have that come right after that. Yes, I love seeing this big picture. Yeah, that's your birthday month. That's right. Yeah. Well, that's right. Yeah, you're doing my birthday.
Exciting. Yep.
Okay, May.
All right, what's this say? Alchemy. I love it.
Yes.
Can you read that?
One of my favorite words, alchemy. It is a really cool word, isn't it? Will you be posting these cards? Yes. So after this, give us a moment to pull them all together and get nice photos, but you're going to have a PDF that is a calendar of the entire year with the meanings, the picture of the card, the meaning, also includes the ally card of the year, the Chinese zodiac, the number of the year, everything will all be together. So yes, you'll have all this info.
And then, of course, we invite you to cycle with us in the moon circle. That's something that
dive into these cards deeply.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit at the end, but really, like, that's where a lot of the magic, really, really happens. So this is beautiful and definitely good and important. So what does it say? What does she say? Do you a vision journal for today?
We did not do a vision journal today. No.
We're just creating the calendar today.
Yes. For all the upcoming months, for the visual journal for all the upcoming months.
Right.
Okay,
Oh, you might. Okay. Yeah, you can definitely. Yes. The world is your oyster, honey. You got this.
So we're in May now. So May, we have the 8 of fire. All right, so with this fire, these are the ones. With this fire is all about creativity. It was the 8. Okay, yes. So
do you mean I thought alchemy was May. Is that right?
that was no, that was in April.
Yeah, April.
Oh,
Right.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
You good?
Got it.
Okay. So yeah, we'll start fresh now. May. The next month is, keep looking. Yes, the 8 of fire. I got to double check. So the fire, like I said, is all about creativity. So the 8 is about change and about new beginnings and the start up, but it's also about the continuation of. So what I love about this might be one of my favorite fire cards, is that what we're going to do, this is about momentum. This is about creating that change that we need in our life. This is about maybe travel during this time, about making big steps and really big movements, and the continuation of doing what we need to do in our life and our purpose.
Love it.
Yeah, that's a fantastic
That's
May.
exciting. I know. I love it. Love it. Okay. So for June, we have the Ancient Ones. So this is our card.
Oh, here, gotcha.
Okay. Got me. Okay. And
Sure. Yes, gotcha.
it's the shamans of the old world who defeated death and escaped the tyranny of time. The ancient ones once walked the earth like us in flesh and bone. Now they reside in infinity and can counsel us after we say yes to our calling. They are available to help us attain our full realization. So how cool is that for our summer? That's very exciting. All right, thank you. So that was June. So now we're going to do July.
We've got July ready to roll. Here we go. Oh, we are staying in the minor arcana this time. All right. 6 of water. Oh, this is about emotions and flowing. And the 6 is about growth. So how we continue in positive, maybe even going back to nostalgic areas that we can heal, but continue to grow from that instead of holding deep emotion, sad emotion that holds us back. We can use this for true growth. Back to the self-centered, right? Let's be self-centered and how our growth helps others around us.
For the highest good of all, right?
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Okay, that is our July.
Okay. So we're bringing in the wisdom for August. So this is the owl, and it is 39. The owl is the master of the night. She can see situations with perfect clarity, more so when it's dark, and is able to discern truth when others are sightless. She helps you find your light and your lightness in the darkest moments of your life, and to embrace the night as your ally. Owls can bring you messages from the invisible world. She opens your ears so that you may hear the voices of the ancestors, and you may acquire their wisdom and make it your own. So how beautiful is that? I love it.
And that is August?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, we're coming down the stretch. September. Oh, there's a major arcana card. Okay, here we go. So number 20 is judgment. All right, so the judgment card can be a little tricky sometimes. The judgment card can be about self-judgment of ourselves, or about balancing and what's a good word? Decipher comes to mind, right? Like how we process information and how we share it back out into the world.
Or discernment even.
Discernment's a good word. I like that word.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's not like really we set up in a nice cozy chair judging everything and everyone around us, or even the opposite of that, of like we judge everything we do. It's about making sure, running everything through the process and making sure that we are comfortable and happy with the direction that things are going.
And something to think about too on that one, it could be that we might have some judgment of ourselves for being so self-centered. You know, how our brain, we talked about that, of saying, okay, so knowing that that is coming up for the year can really, that going back to the awareness is saying, we know that as a tendency, we have that habit of judging ourselves, and maybe just to release it. So we'll get into that more for sure.
Yeah, that'll go deeper. What I love about this card is that it doesn't necessarily mean that it's absolute, right? Like it doesn't mean so. If we feel judged, it doesn't mean that it's real, right? It's someone's opinion. If we have judgment, doesn't mean that it's true realities or someone else's, it's our perception. So I love the thought of getting rid of that feeling of absolute in here.
Yeah, definitely. All right, we got a comment there. Will you be posting the full book explanation for each card? Yes.
You betcha. Yes.
Okay, so now we're going into October. Is that right?
That's
Make sure?
correct.
Okay, just checking. Okay, we have the lightning card. So we're gonna pull that up. So this is kind of cool being right after judgment. So any need a little lightning here. So the formidable electrical discharge of a lightning bolt brightens the sky and strikes the earth, accompanied by the mighty sound of thunder. This phenomenon is a positive aspect. The light illuminates the earth and the psyche, but there's also a destructive side as well. The bolt can burn or even kill if it's too strong. So we'll definitely be playing with that. Lightning. Okay. All right.
All right, November, this time next year.
See what we got.
Oh, we've got some more fire.
Ooh.
Okay, we have the 2 of fire. So the fire, again, is all about creativity, and the 2 is about the duality of that. So where does our inspirations lie? Where do we find creativity? Do we get in our own way? Are we allowing creativity to occur for ourselves and for the good of everyone around us?
Love it. Okay.
And our last month.
Yes. So it's interesting, since the year is all about the balance and feeling that 7 slower energy. But it's also going to bring up some things. So the card that was pulled is 48, the Sorcerer. And this is the source of dark power. The Sorcerer represents the destructive aspect of the human psyche and the self-centered behavior that harms others. So it's interesting that we've talked a lot about being self-centered, and yet once again going back to our brain of being mindful in December, especially, you know, as we've reflective on our year, you know, don't let that influence us and make it mean something that it doesn't. So it symbolizes the unconscious beliefs and ideas that foster separation, conflict, and scarcity. So really, we're going to end that year in 2023 with really looking at ourselves and what we've aligned with. Really, that's ultimately is going to be, you know, so having this roadmap, knowing where we're going and what we can actually really sink our values into is going to be really important. So we've got a couple of comments here.
Yes. Okay, Lynn, April, May, November, alchemy, creativity. Yes.
Yes.
Lots of creativity. I love that. And you know what? That is a nice word of the year that I haven't even considered. I kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's going down in the possibility of word of the years. I like that. Because you have true creativity, man, anything is possible. Yes, yes, excitement. All right, so how are you guys feeling?
How'd this land for you guys? Does
I know
it
it was
feel good?
fast, and that's, you know, kind of the fun of it in a minute, because you're going to be able to have time to sit with it for sure and have it all in front of you. But planning to do art and journaling this. Yes. I don't want to promise you guys that it's coming out tonight, but we will be working on this as soon as we leave here. We'll be working on this to get it in the PDF and out to you ASAP. And as soon as I put a timeline out there, I start feeling anxiety. So fuck that. I'm not going to put a timeline on it, but know that that's all we're going to be doing and getting it out to you as soon as possible. I'm so used to living in the here and now. It's so weird to look so far into the future. And well, you know, the cool thing about that too, Nicole, that I've noticed with this is that, yes, we do this and we focus on it for a minute and then we go on about life and forget about it. And then a few months later, come back and look, and it's just like brain exploding of like, wow, that really happened. Or this is really where I am right now. And this is a tool that I can use to help get through it, or to understand it better, or to enjoy it more. Or now I'm going to be more creative.
Right.
I know.
So something,
Looks
that-
great,
so,
everything.
because actually, I would just want to touch on what you just said about too, is the fact that our power is in the now, right? We have
Yeah.
no control over anything except for this moment, right? And so the point of us actually creating this calendar and this system of expansion has been very liberating, and so it's future focused. It's much like, as someone who loves nature and like that, I plant a tree, like my focus is planting trees. So I plant trees in the moment, and then I water them, I nurture them, and then I come back, and then in a couple of years, much like what you just said, going back and saying, wow, I can sit underneath my tree now because I planted the seed. And that's what we're doing with the Soul Acceleration. That's what this workshop is all about. It's planting seeds for you to nurture and grow on your own, because what we talked about, it's that co-creativeness that we're experiencing. And so be present, use that current now energy to propel yourself forward, because you will have that lens to say, what do I want to look, what do I want to experience? And, even if you don't do anything with this, spending this time in this collective container has been beneficial, more beneficial than you realize, because knowing, and I know we don't see a lot of faces because we just have the names, but having this supportive community is very powerful. And so just want to thank you for being here, number one, and just realize, yeah, perfect, be here now.
So yes, Joe, thank you so much. Well, thank you. I love you, girl. This is wonderful. I can't wait to integrate and work with these concepts. Yes, that's definitely going to be exciting. And Nicole says, I love this, the future of possibilities.
Yes.
Yes, it is. This is. Lynn, so I'm supposed to have Karen. Oh, no, girl, you're good. You're always good. Always feel comfortable with what you're doing. We're there. We're here. There are no rules. We just keep it chill.
We invited
6
people
years.
to be present however they wanted to at the beginning, and most people turn their their camera off. So it's not, you come, like what she said, be here. We've got
Yeah.
Kathleen.
When we do this in our Mystic Moon Circle, we show up each week, and we do have our cameras on then. We do. But, sometimes it doesn't work that way. Sometimes you're busy traveling, or there are times where, we don't want to look nice, or we feel sick or whatever. We want to turn the camera off. That's totally fine. There's no rules, and there's never any judgment ever. Yeah.
I love that.
Yes.
Okay, so we got one more comment here.
Oh, yes. Nicole, I think it's a combination of having 24-hour recovery and recovering from TBI last 6 years. So the time is to see life differently. Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes, I was led to this and so grateful. So beautiful. So are you, woman? Yes.
Love it.
Yes. Any questions? You guys have any questions? Throw them in
Additional
there now.
thoughts, comments?
How you feel? Anything you want to throw? Because technically we're done, but I want virtual group hugs and warm and fuzzies before we go. Yes.
I was just gonna, something like, as I was looking through all the different months and the cards, and that the word of the year is balance. Like, all of these are so much.
They
about
are.
keeping us on balance. It's like checking in with the ancestors, like,
Yes.
is your psyche, who are you aligned with? Like, I don't know, that we start the year, like making sure that we're kind of materially set up to take this adventure,
Oh,
through the year.
nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then we
really?
can dive deeper, into the following months.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
You gotta
That's
set yourself
fantastic.
up
Yes.
with a strong base before.
Going back
So
to
it's doing it
our
for
balance,
us.
our
Yeah,
strong
it's
base,
doing
yes.
it for us. I love that. I love that. And who knows, like once we see this laid out, like really see it laid out, and the descriptions and stuff, we'll see like other patterns that we're probably not catching, of how the year's gonna pan out and work for us and with us.
I love it. So we got another comment here.
Oh yes, lots of hugs and loves. and kisses, girl. All right, joyful tears, hope for a new life, a new cycle of life. Yes, thank you, ladies. This has been such a beautiful and special time. You are more than welcome.
So
every second of this.
So what Ember said, this is the conclusion of our Soul Acceleration Workshop. But what I'd like to do is invite you to stick around just for a minute. We want to talk a little bit about Manifest with the Moon, the Luna's Vault Academy, and what that looks like for you to be a member. And like I said, if you feel complete, you can jump off now. But if you want to stay
You're
around
already in here, you know it.
we would just want to talk a little bit about what that looks like, because what we do is we take so if you weren't here at the beginning, we take the calendar and we use it as a tool, and we meet on every cycle or every phase. I'm sorry. So we meet every new moon cycle to create our Divine Art Alchemy. Did you bring yours with you? Yes, you have it right here.
I have mine.
So
Here you go.
do you mind to share just a little bit about it? Because so she can show you, because I think I show mine. I love showing mine off because I'm like, we create this beautiful magical book, and it's a vision journal. And so
what we'll do is we'll take each card that we drew today for each month, and we'll focus in on what that looks like for a topic for the month. So let me start with like a bam topic. I want a bam. Ooh, I like this one. This topic was embodiment. So we take these images, we take the concept, and we dive into it a little bit deeper. And we start with, on the new moon, each new moon brings us that new topic. So we work together and we go through images, we go through words, we go through the concept of the month, and we set up our intention for the month and what we really want to get out of the month. We decide that together. And yes, it's going to be individual for each person. It's going to be, and this is the next month. I'll just keep talking while I'm showing you all the full months. Whoops, lost rose petal. So we set our intention for the month, and then each week we make ourselves accountable. Because of the major moon phases, we know how fast life goes by. We just pop in for 30 minutes and on the first quarter moon, and we make sure that we're taking some action steps. We pop in again to make sure that the full moon, just for a little 30-minute get together, that we're definitely taking action and we're shining light on something, we're releasing things. And then we just get together and chat at the end, at the last quarter moon cycle, see what we learned, how we feel, and do it all over again.
and then you have this,
We're done.
and then you have this beautiful keepsake, which is really to me is, because like I said, I was doing this on my own before we all got together and decided to create this community, but having the community and then having the keepsake has been very, very life-changing. And so right now, because we're still young and we want to get people into this community, we're only charging $22 every month. So you come
It's a
away
little bit less if you do for a year. We've got several women who choose to pay for the year. You get a little bit less expensive. And, it's those that want to commit for the entire year that we just did, that we want to work together. So you have that option. But it is, less than a cup of coffee a week, basically, that you have this. And you don't have to show up every week. Life happens. We get it. There's always a replay. There's a container where you go back and you have all this information at your fingertips. Our little platform, we like to consider it like Facebook without the drama. It's easy to use as Facebook, but there's not any drama. So joyful tears, new life. We did that. Thank you. Oh, Heather, bye. If you left. Oh no, you're still there. I know you're on your way out of the country. Nicole, I'd love to hear more. It's a beautiful book. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, and yours will be too.
So what she was talking about, like saying like, you don't have to come every week. But and like I said, the subscription is, you can do it month to month.
I don't want to make it feel overwhelming that, like you have to show up all this time. No, it's yours. It's your platform.
So
Enjoy.
and without the judgment, without any of those things, but it's just, like I said, this nice container
And
so that you can create a beautiful masterpiece and have these wonderful memories that, because like we said, you know, the time goes by so quickly, and to know that you're being supportive is really amazing. Can you read that?
is there an online group attached to this as well?
Yes.
Facebook or some such? Yes, there is. And we will share that when we share the PDF.
So it's in Mighty Networks.
Yeah,
So
Mighty
you're
Networks
familiar
is
with
our
that, yeah.
platform, but we're called Luna's Vault Academy, and we'll share that. It's an easy sign up. It's free to sign up. Like just to get in there is free, and you still have this that we did today. You'll still have access to all of this. You'll have access to even other things. So there's still a free segment. But what we're talking about, this deep dive into what we have implemented today, and then deep dive into each of these months and our own soul personal journey, that is the Mystic Moon Circle. And we will share that with you as well.
And that's inside of the Luna's Vault community. Yeah. So does that make sense? Are we making sense on explaining how we join S community? And if not, then we're happy to explain a little bit better. But we were just thinking about, you know, like looking at that price point of being something that is affordable for everyone, hopefully. And if it's not, and if it is an issue for you, please let us know. Let us know, because we want to help you.
That's our goal in life, to make it easy.
Yes. Because yeah, we've got, when you have communities on purpose, I think that's really empowering. And you see what fun we have. So this is our 3rd annual Soul Acceleration workshop that we've had. It's not.
Oh, no, it is. Sorry. I'm trying to type something in it.
Okay.
No,
Oh, I was like,
is me typing weird stuff now.
okay. Yeah. So this is our 3rd Soul Acceleration. And like I said, it has been extremely rewarding, and would love to, if you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to us, but we'd love to see you inside the community. Love to see you manifesting with us. Our next topic is Anchor the Journey, which came from our Soul Acceleration last year, which is pretty cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all the lessons of 2022 and really claim the ones that feel right, feel good, and release the rest of them. Continue with this and see what, you know, feeling loved and supported. And especially during the holidays, like I said, it's going to get really crazy, you know, probably for the next 6 weeks. And we wanted to spend this time together to say, hey, we got you. We got you. We got hands on your back and loving support, and that we're here for you. So,
And each other.
yeah, yes. And ourselves, you know, like loving ourselves is so important. So all of it. So just want to thank you again for being here, taking time on your Saturday and really being present to what we had to offer. I love you, and I thank you so much.
There's a million things in the world to do today, and thank you for choosing this. Absolutely. So I threw the link, lunasvaultacademy.com, in the chat. But like I said, when you receive the email and the PDF with all of the information, that'll be in there too.
So any last questions? Okay. Thank you again. Yes.
Thank you all. Okay, so we're gonna do a little something that we do at the end of all of our gatherings. Come here, woman. And that is, first of all, take a super deep breath in and out.
Kathleen, come over.
Yeah, let's scooch. Scooch. Okay. Super deep breath in and out. The deepest breath that you can muster. Okay, at the top of this one, we're going to howl it out. All right, wild women. Love you dearly.
Much love.
Love
See
and
you all.
moonbeams.
See you soon.